Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Cheers, guys. Yeah, look at that. That is the Dunkel, and it's not 100% clear, but it's beautiful. Look at that ruby colour. I mean, that's just. I don't know if it'll get 100% clear, to be honest. It maybe would in several weeks, probably in time for the actual Oktoberfest, but I don't think it's going to last that long. Does it ever? It is gorgeous. I've sat and had one already and watched a few videos, catching up with everyone as best I can. So I'll have a chat about that in a minute. Let's talk about this though. It's a lager, and yet it's giving me everything that makes me think of Belgian doubles. Sorry, I'm just going to put the light on a sec. Hey, change. Oof, wow. I look all pasty now. Does that help with the look of that? Can you see that better? I was trying to do that for that, really. A little bit. Oh, nothing special. Yeah, I mean, I could just stand here and tell you that was maybe a Belgian double or an old ale, and you couldn't tell the difference, could you? And initial hit, very much like, say, a cross between an old ale and a Belgian double. There's a little fruitiness in there, sort of hedgerow fruits, touch of brambles maybe, or bilberries wherever you live, depending where you live and what you call them. Up here we call them brambles because we go brambling for brambles. I don't know what you do, go bilberry for bilberries. I don't know if it's the same thing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That is definitely a recipe to do again. Probably after the next beer. So on at the minute, I don't know when the last time I did a video was now. So I don't know if I talked about that. That is the Harvest Pale Ale. Went in nicely, is going away, and I think we're on to the 22. Yeah, we're on the diacetyl rest at the minute. We did 5 days at 20, 2 days at 22, then cold crash down to between 4 and 6, depending on how well it works in here. Because excuse me, temperature in summer obviously. Excuse me. Yeah, it's well carbonated. I'll give you that. It's very nice. Yeah, what can I say about this? It's got that big mouth feel, that fruitiness, and then suddenly it's gone. Because it's a lager. And you're like, okay, give me another one. Give me that hit again. It is. Big hit just dissipates. Oh, but it's a lingering, lovely fruit flavour, then clean and gone. Bitterness, there's no feeling of bitterness, but then there's no feeling of sweetness. It's just a spot on, absolutely spot on, that recipe for that balance between bitterness and sweetness, so you don't notice either. Yeah, wow. Yeah, so that's now in the diacetyl rest. Then yeah, I'll drop it down to 4. It's set for 4. I don't think it'll get there. I think it'll probably stutter around 6 because the temperature, it'll build the temperature up in here, and already the outside temperature is about between 18 and 20, so that will hold it back a bit. So I'll then have to, otherwise it'll just go out, try and just overdo itself and probably get close to burn itself out. It won't burn itself out, obviously, but it freezes up, freezes over all the connectors. They get solid chunks of ice on them. It's interesting to see. I've never seen it before, but it's fun. So yes, that's what I've been doing. And next, as I mentioned, yes, I did find I do have some Sabro, I do have Citra, and I do have Mosaic. So we are having a Citra Sabro Mosaic Pale Ale using Vacant Gesture malt recipe. I think I might tweak it a little bit, but I'm hoping to stick with the one that I've always used and that I've done my vacants with. So I'm tempted to do that. Do you know what I'm going to do with the hops though? I might do the full dry hop, and I might not. I might just chuck it in at Whirlpool But when I do that, it tends to increase the bitterness a bit too much. So we'll see. I'll ponder that yet, because I've got, this is going to be till at least the weekend for our next keg it, which means that I won't get to brew again till next Thursday, probably at the earliest. So yeah, see how that goes. So yeah, I've been catching up on videos, and I watched firstly Big Banana's video of the London Craft Beer Festival, and yeah, I'm in. I say this every year. I'm in next year. No, I definitely am this time. I put my foot down, had serious words with Laura, and she politely told me I'm allowed to go. So yeah, I did ask nicely. Yeah, I'm allowed to go. I'm allowed to go every year, to be honest. It's just cost. And what's happening house-wise now. But no, I am out. I'm there next year. I noticed Big Banana, you staying there overnight on the Thursday, aren't you? And then getting up. I've been wanting to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go down the Thursday night, do the Thursday night, stay the Friday night, and then come back on the Saturday. And I'm going to travel first class on the train and get the cheap tickets at the right time. If I can, I've got to set a reminder on my phone for that, because they come out at a certain date. I think something like 12 weeks beforehand, the date you want to travel, and there's special tickets at that point, and you get them. You can get like first class tickets for like about £8. Well, I think I got them last time, and they were about 40 quid return, 46 quid return, first class, and I was like, yeah, I'm having that, snapping that up, and which worked out brilliantly, because the train before didn't happen, and so 2 trains worth of people were crammed into one train. And the odd thing was, being in first class, everyone was crammed into second class. I was in first class, and I had a whole table to myself, just me with the table. It was bizarre. The 3 of the seats, yet all of second class was crammed and standing. And, standard class. You don't like to call everyone second class citizens, do they? Well, that's the way it is. And that's the way that you're treated. But they don't like to tell you that, do they? I mean, I've been travelling second class. I've done it so many times, everything. But that time, travelling that first class, that last time I went to, and it opened my eyes. I'm like, wow, that is the way to go. If you can afford to do it, do it. And you can afford to do it if you get the tickets at the right time and you know where you're going at the right time. Just getting on a train and paying first class, you've got to have a lot of fucking money to do that. It's what, 180 quid-ish one way kind of thing. So I don't know. But those tickets, if you can get those tickets, those super save or whatever they are, that come out something like 12 weeks beforehand, they're there for like 2 days before they're gone at most, maybe 10 hours or so. Book them. Work out when they are, set a notification on your phone for it. I think you can do it through Trainline, or their app. I think I did it through Trainline app. Set it, then you get like really cheap train tickets and first class ones, and yeah, it was brilliant. I think Eric Bennett put me onto what he was doing at the same time, and he had a fucking meal. He had like boo laid on and that, like they brought a meal for him. I didn't get that. I didn't even get a fucking bottle of water or a free snack or anything. But yeah, on the way back, I didn't even have anyone on my table. I just had like a whole table to myself. I was like, oh yeah, this is brilliant. But yeah, go for it. So yes, I am going next year. Definitely. I will be there. And I'm hoping Rick Shaw. Yeah, I agree exactly with everyone that said it. Rick, I want to be there with you, my son, because you are the man who brings joy to every time you anywhere. I think you're the man to be with, and just be with you, to enjoy your enthusiasm and be a part of that enthusiasm. Because yeah, I love you, Rick, and I'm done it. This is getting bottled to go with the others to come to you. Finally, I've got a beer that I'm like, yeah, I'll send that to Rick. It's a good one, and it's, yeah, and I'll get it bottled. I did try and bottle the Pilsner. I was like, right, the Pilsner's fine, the Pilsner's perfect, the clarity's spot on. Right, I'm bottling it for Rick. I got about that much in, the kid kicked, and I was like, half an hour before I did that, father-in-law come round, and we'd had a pint of each of my beers that I've got on, which was just the Pilsner and the Dunkel, and we had a pint of that each before he left. And had he not come, you might have got that. So I'm sorry, so sorry, and it's taken me age. But the beers I have got for you still sat in that geezer, still kept well. So the American wheat, and I'm not sure what the other one. Oh, Bock, the Bock. So you got a couple of dark lagers and an American wheat. Well, you will have once I get this one done. They will come to you, I promise you. Yeah, and I've promised this for everyone so many times, but I will. The two are still sat there. I haven't touched them. I haven't been anywhere near. I haven't even thought, ooh, they're there, I could drink them, and then just say, oh, sorry, I haven't even done that. They have stayed there. I've been very good, and it's fucking killed me, I'll be honest. There's times when I've like gone, nope, I'm a big boy now. Aye. And after that, I watched Cruel, Mark Warburton's video. Fucking hell. That lager of his, you see the clarity on that? I could see my face in the bubbles in his glass. That's how good it was. Ooh. I wasn't sure what the yeast... You put most... I wasn't sure whether... Cause I'm not up with everything these days. Well, I'm not up with a lot of things these days. And so Laura keeps telling me, and so do the kids. However, most, I wasn't sure whether that was a yeast or a hop, and when you put the ingredients up. So if you're watching, Mark, I'm not interested. Was most the hop, or was that... I could Google it, can't I? And have a look myself. And if it's not the yeast, I'd be interested to know what the yeast was, because that was... The clarity on that was just like, wow. But then you probably let it condition for quite a while. Unlike myself. I don't really do that, do I? Right. What else did I want to say? Yeah. The other bit of what he was talking about, he's going to do vacant gesture. Yeah. Crack on, my son. Do a vacant gesture, because it's a very nice beer. Excuse me. I did the same as you. I watched Harry's brew day, took notes of all the measurements, etc., of what he did, put them into my grandfather app, and then did the scale. It doesn't do it very well, I'll be honest. It gets it to scale in a way that leaves you, instead of having a 3.8% beer, you end up with about a 5.0, 5%. I think it's about 4.85% beer. And that's apparently scaled. It's done the bits and the maths and that. And I suppose I should do it myself, but it's easy to press a button, isn't it? I become a button pusher. Right, so yeah, Mark, do that. But then we come to the fantasy football. See, I'm going overboard. I know it's a homebrew Wednesday, but I'm taking this as like a lazy Sunday, because I didn't do one on Sunday. I did try. I had 3 goes and then realised I was far too pissed. I shouldn't do it, because it's been regatta weekend here in Whitby. And regatta weekend, I ended up Sunday afternoon, been out on the cliff top, and going near the cliff top is bad for me, because if I go anywhere near the cliff top, especially with the wee fella, Thomas, and Laura, they want to head to the in-laws. If I go anywhere near the in-laws, then the father-in-law is there going, my fridge has beer in, come and drink my beer. And we just sit in their garden. It doesn't matter what the weather is outside the rest of the world. Really doesn't. I mean, you go out the front garden, you got thick fog right up to the window, and you go in the back garden, fucking blazing sunshine. I've never been able to comprehend that. And even if it rains, there's a little spot he has, kind of a little delve in the side of the house that has a little kind of overhang, and you can sit there. Rain doesn't even touch you. and somehow then you get sunshine. It's just an amazing place, and there's always beer because this beer fridge is always full. And so yeah, that happened. So I came back and I thought I gotta do a video. So this is what I've started to do these days: is I'll do the video and I'll try. And if I have to go more than twice, I'll then review it, and then the next day, and then go, yeah, no, you were pissed. You were pissed and just talking shite, and more shite than normal, like really drawly shite that no one can understand and no one will get whatever you're saying, and there's no point doing it. So I did that. Happened. Yeah, so I walked away. Yeah. So talking of the football, back to the football, fantasy football. Yeah, it's back on. Football's kicked off. Mark is top of the league. I hate you, Mark. You sat that you've done it every year. I know you do it every year. Pick a team, and I guess you just leave it and see what happens. So it's how I used to do that kind of thing as well. I picked my team. I sat down whilst I was waiting for the transference from the boiled kettle to the fermenter. I spent maybe 5-10 minutes, picked a team, went with it. I did exactly what I did last year. I did exactly the same thing. So I picked the whole squad. Went, yeah, I'm happy with that squad. I went, yes, there we go. I am ready now for football to kick off. And then I forgot to pick a team. And so it picked a team for me. I did that exactly the same thing last year. However, exactly the same as last year, it picked Haaland as my captain. So I got lucky there. That was a bonus. However, other than that, I'm really shit. I'm down number 32. Mark is first. I'd be impressed if you can hold on to that, Mark, because there's a few people chasing your ass. And my God, Russell. I know it's Russell's, but he's there checking, redoing, rechecking, redoing. Every day nearly. He's constantly checking and looking and seeing how he can tweak it and what he can change and that. And he'll be nipping at your fucking feet, no worries. I know he came second last year, and I think that really hurt him because he was there and thereabouts, and I think it was like, I can't remember what it was. There was something well, apart from probably picking Salah most of last year, early start of the season, which kind of jinxed us as a team, Liverpool that is. It kind of, I think that kind of bit, and he struggled because he was refusing to put Haaland as captain. I think early days, thinking, yeah, he's not going to be, and he was. Yeah, had he done so, maybe, who knows? He might have won. So he'll be nipping at your heels. Whereas I'm like, wow. First year I came 24th, but I missed a whole game. Didn't get, there's like about, average say 50 points, 45 points. I missed out on that, so I'm finished 24th. This year I did that game, carried on, and came 23rd. So not a great effort. This year I'm already on 32. So I had an idea. As we were at the in-laws, I started talking to my young nephew. He's 10 years old, but he plays. He's there. He's in that zone of football that you're at that age, where he knows every player, every team, knows their abilities, etc. He plays FIFA a lot and knows all their FIFA stats and all that. So I went, Spencer, yeah, what do you think? And he went, so I went, oh, pick a team then. Show me a team. So he's re-picked my team. There's a few there that were there already, and he's twiddled it around and picked this, that, and the other. So I'm going with and I did the free transfer thing. I think that's what it is. It's not the wild card, is it? I think this is the wild card that does it just for a week and then you go back to your own. I think this is the free transfer. You can do it like once and then that's your whole squad change completely once. So I've gone with that, and we'll see what happens. He's got to be better than me. He's got to be better than me. He knows, all the stuff. He does. He's a good player as well. Really good. But he should be. Because he's 9 years old, and yeah, I know I'm fucking midget, but he's still up here on me. And big with it as well. He plays in midfield. He was striker for a while, but now he plays in midfield, and I went and watched him. It's just... He's got a touch. He's got a nice touch. He looks up. He knows where to play. He plays the balls to he pings it round. He's good. He's pretty good. However, that's his secondary sport. Obviously, he also plays basketball. And like I say, if I could put it in context of Brewers, say everyone else was my height, he's Michael Hall. He's like that. And that's how he is with the rest of the kids who are playing basketball in this county. So, yeah, he's doing well. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. It's been 20 minutes, so it's a long one. I am sorry. Well, I'm not really. I'm just starting to babble a bit. So I'm going to stop. If you got this far... Oh, did you want to mention? You might notice when I've started my video, I'm just stood here like that. And that is because I learned a trick on my phone finally. I just went to do a video, and for some reason I waved my hand like that, like that, and as my hand did it, it went over the record button on my phone, and it gave me a countdown, and then started recording. I was like, oh my god, I did not know that existed. Because normally I'm like, and you see that. Like, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to turn it off. But yeah, so I don't have to do that at the start. It's brilliant. I can't do that to turn off. I just say, bye. But it doesn't work. Yeah, so I don't know what to do for the turn off. But for the start up, yeah, I can just wave my hand like that and then have a countdown timer. Fucking brilliant. Right, got this far. Thanks for watching. Cheers. I'll catch you in the next one.